Bottles Powerhouse.
You're listening to Bottles Powerhouse.
Bottles Powerhouse.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Powerhouse. This is Pato Morningstar, your host, and as always, I am glad that you motherfuckers and motherfuckerettes decided to join me this morning. It is Sunday morning. It's 5:08 a.m. where I'm at, a beautiful, dark Sunday, November 28th. Well, if you know anything about the place where I live, in the summertime, at 5:08 a.m., that motherfucking sun is up. I mean, it looks like fucking daytime. So anyway, thank you for joining me, like I said, because without you, I'm just talking to myself. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday, Thanksgiving, especially if you're residing in the U.S. And if you're outside the U.S., well, I hope that you're always thankful for what you have. And I mean, we're not going to get into the politics behind Thanksgiving Day right now. All I'm saying is that I hope you motherfuckers are enjoying good health, doing well. And this episode, what can I say? I am still talking shh. I mean, let's face it. It has consolidated. It's gone down. A few weeks ago when I was recording, there was the excitement, the pump. It made a lot of people very happy. And then it started consolidating because, well, there's been a lot of whale activity. What does that mean? It means that people that can buy a shitload, I'm talking about trillions, people that have money, the whales, the ones that swallow up a shitload of shib, have been, buying it and manipulating it to scare the little guy like you and me out of the picture. How do I know this? Well, I lived this through Dogecoin, you see? And by the time I got into Dogecoin, Dogecoin had 2 zeros in front of it, In fact, I've already mentioned this. I didn't know shit about cryptocurrencies or Dogecoin until I found it on Robinhood one fateful day. So all I'm saying, if I'm saying anything, is that if you're holding on to Shiba Inu coin, hold on to that motherfucker. That's going to do some special things. A lot of things coming, video games, the blockchain. There's, like I said, it's got potential. Now, once again, none of the shit I talk about here is or should be considered financial advice. Do your own research and do what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? Because when it's all said and done, only you know your situation. And also, don't be one of those people that doesn't pay his mortgage or rent and, invest hoping that, as soon as I put this, next month I'll be rich. No, that's not how it works. I mean, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. So don't be one of those morons. Please do not bet the farm because you might lose it. All I'm saying, if I'm saying anything, is invest only that amount of money that you are willing to lose. That if you lose it, you will not be homeless. You will not be broke or hungry. I mean, we have to say these things because, there's some people that still want to treat this like a lottery ticket. And even a lottery ticket, come on, seriously. I don't know about y'all, but I've never been that fortunate that I buy a lottery ticket and boom, here's $1 million. No. In fact, I'm one of those people that works 2 jobs just to make ends meet. I've nickel and dime my way up to where I'm at in my investments. I started with stocks in Robinhood, and it's one of the things that I'm proud of. I'm like, that's my achievement, my accomplishment. That I know it's doable. That you can, start with $5 here, the money to skip every other food truck. I mean, when the food truck shows up to work, skip every other one and just invest. And, the fact that you can buy fractions of shares helps a lot. Then there's cryptocurrencies. I mean, like I said, when I discovered about Shiba Inu coin, I saw that as a second opportunity. So from May to about October, I was like seriously doing some serious investing, moving things around. I mean, and my serious investing maybe nothing compared to what other people can do. Like I said, like what these whales can do. But what I'm saying, I made it a point to buy in, and I am holding. I am hodling, like they say, hodl. Hold on for dear life. And I'm doing that because I believe and have conviction that this token is going to do some amazing things and it's going to change lives. But remember, it's not a get rich quick scheme. So anyway, that's one of the things, still talking SHIB. Besides talking SHIB, there's things that I like to talk about sometimes that are totally not cryptocurrency or business money related, because sometimes it's good to like take a step back and relax, which I kind of did this couple days. I mean, between my work time and being home, I sat down with my 14-year-old and we watched Masters of the Universe Part 2. Now, if you remember, if you've been following Cursory Overload, big shout out to K-Dog. Bro, I know you're going through some hard times right now. So my condolences to the family. And, like I said, bro, I can't wait till we get back together and do some more Cursory Overload. I miss that. But, we're all going through some things right now. But what I'm saying, if I'm saying anything, is like Cursory Overload, you heard me. I was one of those people that wasn't too thrilled with the way Masters of the Universe Revelation went. I was like, if you would have told me it was the Tila show from the get-go, I would have been like, oh yeah, cool. Now, I still gave it a thumbs up because I wanted to see the second part, because I'm one of those people that even though sometimes when I watch something and then they make a second part, I always want to see if there is the possibility of redemption. Well, anyway, bottom line is I sat there with a 14-year-old watching Masters of the Universe. From the opening, I knew already that holy fuck, I had to go, I had to take to Twitter, and I went to Twitter and I had to tweet, that Kevin Smith is a motherfucking genius, exclamation mark. And I cannot state that enough. Whoa. I mean, he took us for a ride on the first one, and, God totally fucking delivered in the second part of Masters of the Universe Revelations. I'm not going to tell you what happened or what not happened in case you haven't watched it. I'm not going to spoil it like that because, like I said, it's one of those things that it made me feel good. When you see all this shit going bad, cryptocurrencies going down, everybody talking shit about SHIB and shit like that and other things. You hear about scams like that fucking Suzuki coin that I guess they rug pulled, which means basically the devs, people who gave those tokens pulled out. I mean, when shit like that happens, you hear about stuff like that and it's like, oh, fuck, what a bummer. But then all of a sudden, you step back, you get away from it all, you find something that makes you feel good. And in this case, kicking back, watching Netflix with my 14-year-old was one of those moments where we sat down, we watched that, and that motherfucking Kevin Smith is a genius. So I am here, yes, bowing down, holy hell, it's like, fuck. I'm like, sorry I doubted you, bro. You are a motherfucking genius. Anyway, like I said, if you haven't watched it, do watch Masters of the Universe. It's on Netflix. I mean, Netflix is not paying me for this. No, Kevin Smith is not paying me to say this either. I'm just saying this as a fan. Like I said, he took us for a fucking ride on the first one, which a lot of us were like, what the fuck, man? What you do? And after watching this from the get-go, I mean, the minute I started watching the opening, everything, it's like a whole different vibe. You knew something was up. And it was a good feeling. I liked it. I really liked it. I recommend it. And, I'm like, that's my feel good moment that I wanted to share with you this week, that I had. Also, another thing that reminds me, Kevin Smith, if you ever watched the Wimpy Kid movies, I mean, I had younger kids, so I was one of those parents that had to watch the Wimpy Kids, and who am I kidding? the books were hilarious. So I liked them. So what I'm saying is Roderick rules. If you saw the movie, the older brother telling the little one or the main characters, like, I guess he had like a set of rules, one of the rules was never do anything, never be good at anything you don't want to do. And that they did that when they were washing the car, They did a shitty job, so the dad kind of like, all right, get the hell out of here. And the dad ended up washing the car. I mean, that was one of the rules. The other rule, I think, was lower their expectations, I mean, like, if you come to them like, I think I'm going to get a D, and then you come back with a C plus. I mean, like, it's not so bad. So you lower their expectations first, and then you come back with a C plus, and you'll look like a motherfucking hero. Well, right now, it just fucking crossed my head, right? Like, this motherfucker just Roderick ruled us, but in a good way. Like I said, hey, I'm very happy. I was fucking excited. That's just fucking genius, man. Basically redoing something like Masters of the Universe, where a lot of us, that grew up watching that shit. I mean, we're invested in that shit. So obviously, it's not an easy task. So I think now that when I look back, what he fucking did is, he took us for that fucking ride where we weren't happy at first. We were like, fuck what you do, Yeah, he lowered our expectations, but then he came back with, this motherfucker's not a C plus. That motherfucker's an A plus. Like I said, that shit is that was a fucking genius move. You know what I'm saying? I was entertained. I liked the continuation to the story, the way what can I say, man? Hey, of course, you're talking to somebody that used to rock his first grandson. Yes, I am a grandpa. When I used to rock him to sleep, I mean, one of the lullabies that I used to rock him to was $15, little man, put that shit in my hand. And he just used to he would be in his car seat looking at me with his bright eyes smiling, and eventually he'd go to sleep. But, that's my first grandkid, my buddy, my pal. What can I say? Anyway, that was just the quick moment to get you out of that. So anyway, still talking Shib. If you're holding, please do hold on. Not financial advice. I mean, after all, do what you got to do. I mean, if you have to sell for whatever reason because you need your money, hey, you need your money. Only you know your situation. Do your research. Do what works for you. Like I said, I do have conviction that this token is going to do some great things. So, Shib Army, I love you. Keep it up. I mean, this is crazy. At first, I was like, I'm not taking sides like this fucking Team Edward, Team Jacob. Fuck this shit, And I wasn't trying to, but the reaction that Dogecoin holders, which is like, what the were the shitty reaction that they threw at first, all the shade, kind of bummed me out, because I was like, do you realize that a lot of us Dogecoin holders are also part of the Shib Army? I mean, I started with Dogecoin, and because I can see that the magic is being recreated and so much more. Anyway, that's my take this week, on Still Talking Shib series. Also, some Masters of the Universe. Big ups once again. Dude, you're a motherfucking genius. Kevin Smith. All right. There. I said it. Now that I'm done doing that, you guys live each day like it's your last one, because it very well could be, Be with your loved ones, or those people that make you feel like you belong, Those people that are your tribe. As always, we'll come back next week with either talking more shit, talking more stuff, because this is the Powerhouse. And in the Powerhouse, Pato gets to talk about whatever he wants. Also, big things. I got some stuff going on that I hope that will be useful and beneficial to mankind. Wow, no, I'm just kidding. Anyway, we'll talk about it in some other episodes. And in the meantime, y'all have a good one. Later. Pato's Powerhouse is a Podcast Shack production.
Hey, Pato, escuché tu podcast en inglés. Dijiste motherfucker. Le voy a decir a tu mamá para que te dé una chinga, cabrón hocicón.